welcome back, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTubes. It is none other than I, Goldy Games, and I'm back at you today with some advice on how to master team psychology in Overwatch. If you'd like to counter the toxicity and be able to win more games, please keep watching. If you want to raise your rank in competitive, then you have to leave your emotions at the door. This can be nigh impossible for some people, but understanding your own psychology and the psychology of others can give you a competitive advantage. Tip number 1, be nice, but get down to business. Heading into a game, letting out a cheery, "Hey everyone, how are you doing on this super lovely, fantastic day?" can be met with resistance or admiration. I submit that it's more useful to set the tone with an upbeat, yet down to business attitude. Instead, try, "Okay, hi guys, we're playing defense on Hanamura. How about we try a Ryan-Mei combo to stall that gate? Who can play those roles?" And then you can build off that. This won't give your team time to brood in hero selection, and it will promote hero picks that complement each other as well as fit each individual player. Tip number 2. Fill or at least discuss your heroes before selecting.
Remember your training.
Is anyone else in voice chat?
This just fine.
Yep.
Cool. If Hanzo doesn't work, I'll swap, yeah?
Don't get attached to a single character. Being able to fill effectively will maximize your ability to do well in solo queue. Most people have huge discrepancies regarding performance between characters because they don't enjoy certain characters or are too selfish to get better with them. As a result, you'll hear a lot of people tell you that they're only good at a few roles or characters. Imagine you're a 6 out of 10 support player and a 9 out of 10 DPS player. If someone on your team is a 6 out of 10 DPS and a 1 out of 10 with everything else, then the optimal scenario is for you to play your worst class support and let him play his DPS. This doesn't mean it's okay for him to be bad at everything else. You're simply showing that you can leverage your versatility in a way that brings out the best in your teammates. No, some people can steal a match by playing exceptionally as certain damage players. This is not a long-term strategy. An effective team can counter a single ult. Ultimately, you'll be most successful if you can create a strong team as opposed to trying to carry a team. Number 3, be a leader.
Just grip up one more time. Just grip up. We have Diva ult. We'll just put that on the point and I'll kill the Winston barrier before it can, like, block it. Just drop your ult on the cart.
Sometimes a bad call is better than no call. Storming high side in Nepal village without a Reinhardt shield can funnel the whole team into a kill zone. But if you push together, you'll probably have a better chance of winning the first bout than having 3 teammates go high, 2 through main, and 1 undecided because nobody gave a call. This falls to you. By watching this guide, you've already demonstrated that you want to improve yourself and your team, so you're instantly better equipped and more motivated than the majority of other players. Be the leader. Help coordinate your team. Don't be afraid to make risky decisions. Have you ever been running to the first point on Nepal Sanctum and thought, "Oh man, should I go left or right when I get inside? What if they have a Pharah? But what if Reaper goes close left?" Chances are you get to the big first health pack and then you make a split decision based on no additional information. If you make a call, push left when we get inside, your team will follow you because, trust me, they don't have any idea what to do either. The issue is not whether left is better than right. The issue is that we need everyone on the same page. The same thing goes for hero selection. Learning the standard metas and when they will work will be most popular. And what I mean by that is it's easy to get people on board with a plan that they're familiar with. It might seem obvious that your team should go with a 2-2-2 at the beginning of a match, but with only 60 seconds to select your heroes, it will likely not get done that effectively. Mentioning let's go with a 2-2-2 composition will prime people to think about those characters, and they will choose something that fits the comp more quickly. Number 4, do not let them get to you. If someone flames you, try to assess objectively if there's any merit to what they're saying. If you're DPS and some tank claims that you have all the gold medals, medals really aren't a good indication of how you contribute to a game, by the way, then step back and ask yourself if you're doing your job well. If you're Reaper and you can't seem to take out that Roadhog and Winston, ask to switch with someone who can try it. If you're Genji and you've killed their support on every push, then just know that you're doing what you're supposed to do and let their comments roll off you like water off a duck's back. Don't focus on defending yourself. You'll only make your critic angrier and put them on full-on tilt. Keep making your call-outs and trying to coordinate the team. The fact that the troll is devoting their verbal resources to complaining as opposed to calling out enemy positions is proof enough that they don't know how to function as an effective team member. That being said, try to wake-cue their idiocy and see if there's any merit to their opinion. Tip number 5. Some teammates are lost causes. There are a lot of different people who play Overwatch. You'll inevitably get matched with some users who legitimately have no interest in being a considerate teammate, or lack the self-awareness and ability to do so. Obviously you need to deal with them, but there are good and bad ways of doing it. Okay, let's begin with the teammate who never entered voice chat. Made it clear that they don't want anything to do with you, not bothered girlfriend, not bothered your strats or your callouts. Okay, fine, move on. They'll pick a hero and you'll have to adapt to let them fill that role. Teammate who instantly bashes everyone or complains. Simply mute them. It is really that simple. Maybe they're a bad person, maybe they've had a bad day, maybe it's that time of the month. Do not engage them, even to try and defend your teammates. This will only add fuel to the fire. If you absolutely feel the need, you can whisper to your team and just let them know to try and relax and to mute the troll and move on. Tip number 6, use the mute feature.
Can someone please kill fucking Bastion? Hi. Or ignore him and let him DPS every single. Yeah, fucking nice, boys.
Why don't you go pulse for me, man?
Needs me.
I wanna know what?
Go pulse bomb Bastion.
Oh, Pulsey.
Oh well, there you go, she's then. But that's literally the only way he's died so far, so, you know.
No, she hasn't. I've killed her a couple of times with DVA. So is that more bitching than moaning, my home?
I found the shield generator.
A lot of people are not worth listening to. It should become clear pretty quickly who is going to contribute positively versus negatively to team communication. Instead of leaving voice chat, consider muting people on your team. Even going as far as muting everyone, if they deserve it. Unlike in Counter-Strike, if you mute someone in Overwatch, they can still hear you. This will allow you to keep giving out calls and won't make you appear just to have abandoned the team and have given up. Tip number 7, protect the team identity.
Okay, just come back.
Objective lost.
Fuck hell!
Stop the pain.
It's okay. We just have to get into it. We can hold him.
Behind you.
We need to identify as a team in Overwatch. We lost the point. We are getting wrecked. We need to change our dynamic. This is in stark contrast to pinpointing individuals with phrases like, I'm the only one doing X, Y, Z. You need to get off this hero. Your goal is not to become buddy-buddy with the 5 other players you've queued up with. Instead, it's all about building a mindset that every member of the team affects the rest of the team. For example, let's say you have a teammate who instant locks Hanzo as defense. You try to build a standard team composition, 2 tanks, 2 support, but you can't get 2 normal DPS because of the Hanzo. You've tried to get him to switch, but he will not bulge. So you have 2 options. A, let him take out a DPS slot and try to maintain your initial strategy with the 2-2-2 composition. Or B, you could change your strategy to optimize the Hanzo pick. Option B can be more effective. Even if your tanks can take Zarya to combo with the Dragon Strike, and your support can switch to Ana or Zenyatta to cover themselves since Hanzo has some trouble with flankers getting into the back line. Important note, you're not admitting to that person that what they're doing is okay. You're simply leveraging the poor behaviour to make the best of a less than ideal situation. Don't flame the Hanzo. Just be polite and communicate your wishes in a civilized manner. Point number 8. You can't win them all. The ranking system is designed to put you on a level where you're winning half of your matches. It's definitely not perfect, not even close. I've got a separate video covering the whole issue with it. If you want to watch it, I'll link it down below. The reason you're at 50% wins is partially due to losing good matches, but also because of drop players and trolls. This happens to both teams. When it happens to the enemy team, you really don't think much of it, but when it happens to you, you will become fixated on it. Try to believe in the law of averages and that everything will even out in the end. And tip number 9, know when to quit. There are dozens of reasons that you could be put on full on tilt. Your team could be legitimately trolling you, you could have just gotten fired from work, you could have cancer, any number of horrible things could have happened in your life, and I hope they haven't. But the enemy Widow was definitely hacking. The list is endless. Regardless of the reason, you need to ask yourself before each game, will my mental state contribute negatively towards my performance? If the answer is yes, it will have a direct and indirect effect on your win percentage. You will not play as well, it's as simple as that. In addition, you will start to make bad choices. You may select unhelpful characters because you think you have to carry your team, or you may alienate other teammates because you're being toxic over voice chat. Take an hour to get off the game and relax. You'll come back feeling refreshed and better equipped to win some matches. And I think probably the last bonus point, point 10, would be to give compliments.
Mercy, try and get away. Not Pirate, you're a god. You're actually a god.
Genuine compliments make people feel good, and it creates better team dynamics. Perhaps more importantly, it helps a team from imploding when things go awry. So I hope that this was helpful for you. I know I've seen on the Overwatch forums a lot of complaints about the current state of toxicity within ranked play, so I would highly recommend to refer to this video guide as a way of managing those situations. Remember, it's just a game, don't let it affect you. If it does, then just take a break and come back to it when you've got a level head. So I'd love to hear any tips that you guys might have. Please leave them in the comment section down below for me to read. Love to interact with you guys. And don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos. I'm Goldy Games and I upload daily, and I can't wait to see you next time on my channel. Until next time, I am Goldy Games and you are awesome for watching this video. I look forward to seeing you on my next video. Take care guys. Bye, 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 bye.